It is a tool that allows us to create wow. And I think we've gotten a little bit too used to just slapping now with AI on everything that we do without actually explaining to the customer how it's going to make their life so much better. I've seen it like my washing machine, now with AI. Okay, but if you told me the washing machine or dryer will stop drying your clothes when they're dry, not just because it's reached the end of the 45-minute cycle, and we're going to save you $125 a year. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's magic. Tell me about that. Sell me on that. Even though it's using powerful AI technology in the background, sell me on how you can make my life better. Sell me on the magic that you are creating. I can tell you now that those magical moments that you could create for me are far more interesting than the technology used to create those moments. Arthur C. Clarke, who wrote 2001: Space Odyssey and many other wonderful things, had this great quote, you may have heard it. He said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." Meaning, as a consumer, I don't care how it works. I care that it works. Everything that you can unlock for me with all the amazing technology that you do, tell me about that. The first time I showed my father Uber, quite a few years ago in London, it was a Friday night near St. James's Palace, if you know London, and it was raining sideways, as it often does in London. There was no way we were going to get a taxi. It just wasn't going to happen, and my dad was getting that kind of angry old man thing that they get. And I said, "Relax, Dad, we'll just take an Uber." "What's Uber?" That's Uber. He's like, "Oh, look, the little cars are moving around." And I said, "Yeah, and here comes ours right now." As far as my father knows, his son pressed a button on his phone and a car appeared. As far as my father knows, his son is a witch. Now, my dad does not care about the technology required to make that moment happen. He doesn't care about the politics of that organization. He doesn't care about the battles that rage between taxi unions and Uber in just about every country in the world. All he cares about is he can press a button on his phone, a car will appear, he gets in, he doesn't tell the driver where he wants to go, but somehow he takes him there anyway, he gets out and he doesn't have to pay. They even told him it's attached to his credit card, but we'll let that one go for a little bit longer. To the point where my father is genuinely convinced it's all magic. He doesn't care about the technology. It's that packaging of experience that is so powerful. And once we've got that experience, once we've packaged what is our wow, what is unique about what we do, the temptation, the ambition, of course, is to take it globally. I work with a lot of organizations who want to go from a single country to many countries. And the amount of times that I hear, like, can't we just copy and paste what we do to all of these new real? That is, unfortunately, not how it works. There are so many more considerations that we have to make when taking the wonderful things that we do globally. I'm sure many of you have heard this quote, this anecdote, that GE used to have one global strategy which they rolled out in Boston, Bangkok, Buenos Aires. Now, they have 160 different strategies for 160 different countries because they very quickly realized we're all pretty different in how we consume, how we produce, how we advertise. But there is one brand that is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world of this idea. Another portmanteau for you, globalization, globalization, localization, globalization. And that is, love them or hate them, McDonald's. Now think about it for a second. Stay with me. You can go into a McDonald's anywhere on earth. And you know what to do. Even if you can't read the menu, even if you can't understand the characters the menu is made up of, you know what to do. You walk to the back of the restaurant, you point at a picture of the food that you want, you give them the money, they give you the food, and you eat it. And you can do that anywhere on earth. And you wouldn't feel intimidated by that prospect. You can also go all over the world and get the sort of classics the Big Mac, the Quarter Pounder, the, help me out, McMuffin, thank you, all over the world. But McDonald's also realized that there are taste preferences, supply chain preference, limitations even. There are cultural and religious restrictions on what is consumed, produced, available. So they don't just go in guns a-blazing with the same product all over the world. You go to India where a large percentage of the population is you don't eat beef. If they went in with a Big Mac and it's all 2 all-beef patties, that would be not only dumb, bad business, but hugely offensive. So you can't get the Big Mac in India. You get the Maharashtra Mac or the Chicken Mac. I've had it, it's fine.